guess we'll find out soon. Yeah, Miss Smokey.
Miss Smokey.
Miss Smokey.
Yeah, she's not married. I am.
Okay.
Is that our lineup?
That's from last night. That's last night's.
I was probably negative 2 feet.
Let's see. You were 17.49.
Ooh, what a run. What a Hopefully we got it fixed.
All right, well, we're live here on the Countdown to Pull Time show here. Once again, I'm Dan Mayer, and I've got a couple special guests joined by here tonight as we are here in Diesels and Dark Corners here in White Plains, Georgia, just about 2 hours east of the Atlanta area. And we've got a couple of our 4-1 semi-competitors as we've got last night's winner here, Mark Scott, in Mr. Mokey truck. And then we're joined also by Beth Ann Scott with the Miss Mokey truck. And guys, welcome here to Diesels and Dark Corners. And how long have you guys been coming down here?
Well, thanks for having us. We've been coming since Ryan put the class in, so I think that's 4 years now.
Don't forget.
And what a place. What a venue.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, when you guys first came down here, was it one of those things where, you never dreamed it would get this big? I mean...
Yeah. First, it was like, it can, Ryan invited 6 or 7 trucks, and it was like, yeah, this could be really, really big. And it's getting really, really big.
Well, let's tell us a little bit about you guys. You come down from Ohio, just south of Toledo, correct?
Yep.
And you run a couple of mean cab-over trucks. Tell us about them.
Well, we've got a couple of 92 cab-overs, Freightliners, and I've owned them since they were born. And we just started pulling, and always wanted to pull, but couldn't use our trucks, so we started with the trucks, and they had actually 318 Detroits in them.
Okay, all right.
So,
and our son used to pull.
And our oldest boy used to drive one of the trucks. So, started with the 318s, no power. Was pretty good. Had to figure out the chassis, and we did okay with them. And then we stepped up to 855 Cummins, and that went well. And then we went to Cat 3406Es, and now C15s.
So C15s, that seems to be the popular one in the semi-truck class. Now, you guys run the 4-1 class.
Yep.
Now, is that you run like Ohio State during the the season, or where do you guys normally run with?
We do, our main thing is brush pulls.
Okay.
We don't do OSTPA or NTPA. Pull with the bluegrass guys, some West Michigan truck pullers, some. And then we've been fortunate enough to be invited to Pine Tops, North Carolina the last several years, which is a blast. Big Iron Classic in Minnesota is huge. But without question, I think this is... I mean, all the other pulls are really, really fun, and the people are awesome. But, you finish up September-ish, and then you're kind of just enough to get a little break, and then it's
that
like...
bug back,
yeah.
and you're like, hey, let's go down, and I mean, you couldn't beat this weather. I mean, this is nice. I know, I'm originally from out of Western New York, and I know this time of year, things started to get a little bit on the chilly side. You guys are up there, Toledo area, and about the same thing. You got Lake Erie to deal with. So, it can get, I know what you mean with the whole weather thing. Now, I had the opportunity to see you guys earlier this year down in Shipshewana, Indiana.
Yeah.
You guys ran in that class over there. And
that was a bad showing.
Yeah, what a poor showing. We did a very poor job there.
But so what do you guys, during the week, what do we do when we're not pulling trucks? What do we run during the week?
Well, I just sold our family business that we opened in 1981.
Okay.
Been super, super blessed with great people and great customers, and it just is time to start thinking about after, and so we were again super blessed to be approached by W&B Service Company out of Texas, and made a good deal for both companies, and so we just closed last weekend, and Tracy's crew was in all week training us, and looking forward to working for Tracy and with Tracy, and taking our business to the next level and beyond.
So tell us about the business, the trucking business. Is that
we started out as trucking and wreckers with the shop, and that kind of transitioned to more shop, and we became a carrier transport refrigeration dealer in '89, I guess.
Okay.
And so that's become. We have a full service body shop, Class 8, that great people over there do just a phenomenal job, and just been really blessed. Great people. Can't do anything without great people.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and so when did the pulling bug come into all this then? How did you work that in?
Yours was before mine.
Yeah, I guess we probably started in 2006.
Okay.
Or maybe a little bit before. So it's been a long haul, long ride, but it's been really good. And then, like Beth said, Mitchell was driving. Our oldest boy was driving her truck, and he got married and started have his family. 2 little boys, and didn't have time. So I asked Beth if she wanted to drive it, and she's like, "Yeah, that'd be pretty cool." She said, "Well, I don't know how to come off the line, so we have a service drive across the road." I said, "Well, let's go across the road." First time she did it, slid the clutch and came off the line. It's like, you got this.
You got this.
You got this.
Now, what year would this have been? About how long ago?
4 years.
So about 4 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
So, yeah. Really proud of her. She does a really, really good job, and I feel terrible when I don't do my job to get the truck right so she can do her job.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Last night we were kind of opposite ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah,
we had a win, and then we had down at the bottom.
Not so good.
What was what did you determine was the issue with the?
I've come to the realization that her truck just doesn't like me.
Oh, okay, all right.
And it's real finicky, and you would think that the trucks being twins, one serial number apart, and everything's virtually the same. You think that it would be the same, and it's really not. So, I don't know. Just. I'll tell you tonight.
Okay, all right.
How we do, right?
All right.
If we do well tonight, then I can tell you what I changed was the right changes.
There you go. Now, do you guys do they have a belt for you guys too, or how does that work for you guys?
No.
You guys don't have a belt. Okay.
No.
So that's just the big class then. They
Yeah.
have the belt for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about that last night. They give away a wrestling style belt to the winner for the weekend of the big super stock class down here, but. The trucks, the big rigs don't have one yet.
Not yet.
Maybe they're working on
Not
that.
yet.
Maybe we could get a tiara.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
I guess that'd work good for you.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
I like bling.
Bling is good, right?
Yeah.
Bling is good.
Bling is good. But yeah, so opposite ends of the spectrum yesterday. We had a win, and we're looking to flip that around here tonight.
Yeah.
Now, the
Great.
competitors you run with, normally do you run with them throughout the summer, or is this a different group?
We get to pull with Dale. Every once in a while. We haven't got to pull with Hank this year, and we haven't got to pull with Joe. Get to pull with Monty every once in a while, and my gosh, what a beast! Monty has built such an impressive piece of equipment. It's just really, really good truck.
Now, got to ask you, we've got Mr. Mokey and Miss Mokey. Where'd the names come from? Always interesting to find out where the names came from.
It is interesting.
Yes.
So when Mitchell was little, like he was still in grade school when we actually started playing with the trucks, and actually I think he was younger than that.
5.
And he must have been really little. So we would rev the truck up, flip the throttle, and it'd smoke, and he'd say moke, moke, moke instead of smoke. So that just kind of stuck.
Okay.
It was Mr. Mokey.
Okay.
And then Miss Mokey. So it was Mokey too when Dad and Mitchell were driving.
Yeah.
But so we had
Since
kind
I'm a
of
girl.
Okay.
had to morph the name a little
It
bit.
wasn't
for
me
Beth.
though. It was
Denver. Actually,
Denver gave me Miss.
Yeah, Denver.
Mokey.
Miss Mokey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Denver said Miss Mokey at one of our hometown pulls. And
I remember back years ago there was a John Deere Prostock that was gone moking, and that was the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
His grandson had, Grandpa's going moking, and that's where that name becomes. So similar story.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool.
Pretty cool how that all came together. Well, we thank you guys for joining us. We got an early start here this afternoon. They went pretty late last night.
Yeah.
I think we had 166 hooks last night.
Crazy.
And they just never anticipated getting this big.
Yeah.
And so they were going to start at 4, and they kicked it back to 3 here today to try to get everything in a reasonable hour here. So we're going to run the same class order, looks like as yesterday. So I think you guys are around class number 3 or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. But, yeah, we'll let you guys get back. Thanks for joining us here on the Countdown Show, and we'll see if they can back it up, and maybe Miss Moki can get on top here tonight.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool. But thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, once again, we got Mark Scott and Beth Scott joining us here, drivers of the in our 4-1 Pro Street semi-class here tonight. So we'll see how they do. As once again, the Countdown to Full Time Show, I'm Dan Mayer. I'll let you guys get back to the pit area there, and nice talking with you folks.
Good talking to you.
And like I say, good luck here tonight. And I'll bring my co-host in here, Mike Idle, and we'll finish this thing off here. And like you say, we'll see if you guys can get back on top here tonight. Stay on top, I should say.
We'll do the best we can. Thanks again for
having
us.
Yes.
Good luck to everybody tonight.
All right, so Mr. and Miss Moki here joining us here on the Countdown to Full Time Show. Once again, we're here in White Plains, Georgia here at the Diesels and Dark Corners event, a great event here on the schedule. And, you know, it's November 2nd. The weather's in the 80s. You couldn't ask for better weather. And this pit area is just jam-packed of competitors here, as I'll bring in my co-host, Mike Idle here, and he's going to join me here as we're going to talk about, well, the action last night we saw here, and kind of went, like we said, a little bit late into the night here, a lot late into the night, and they're looking to kind of speed things along a little bit quicker here. Now, Mike, you were here to the bitter end last night.
3:45, I believe, is when we kind of wrapped every last thing up, you know, and that last truck did not go quietly into that good night, exercising his 100-foot option just to make sure that we all got our full money's worth.
You got your money's worth, yeah, absolutely. So, once again, we've got session number 2. We're going to start at 3 o'clock here tonight. Same class.